Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you subscribe to my other channel, Queen Spirit 1126. Alright, so we are getting started on our Heart's Desire Soul Urge number. This number is in reference to what your heart craves, what would actually make your heart most fulfilled, dreams, wishes, desires. Alright, this is calculated by using the vowels in your name. And yes, why is a vowel if it's used as a vowel? So we are going to start with our soul urge number 3. Okay, so soul urge number 3 is creative, playful, pretty much has an upbeat attitude, friendly, happy, outgoing, into the arts, very imaginative. Okay, so this is what your heart craves. Your heart wants to be in an upbeat personality situation. You want to be able to create freely without any inhibitions. I don't know why I said fairly, but you genuinely want to be happy and playful inside. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with this. So we have our hidden desires. What is the hidden desire for the collective? That is the soul urge 3. What's the hidden desire? So we got 1. Okay. This number is steps to achieve that. And then the last one, how desired outcome will look. All right, one more. All right. Okay. So the desired outcome is good, being able to see things from a new perspective. So let's start from the beginning over here. Looking at the Hermit, right? What are your hidden desires? Your hidden desires, as I said, is to be creative, playful, generally upbeat, and all of that. But there is a vibe here of finding some kind of guiding light. So 3 is normally a number of like social type of connections, right? 3 is usually a number of communication and things like that. So you guys want to communicate with other people who are kind of compassionate, who brings the best out of you, people who don't try to instill fear in you or anything like that, because I feel like I said fear earlier and it was kind of weird. But yes, you guys need to find, what I'm getting from this mostly is to find light, find a joy in no matter what happens. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this hidden desires for our 3. We're going to take both of those. They came right out. We have the 4 of disc and we have the 6 of disc, right? So we have 9 here, and then we have the 4 and the 6 coming to a 10. I do think that is important. 9 in general is the number of endings, whereas 10 is the number of like new cycles, ending one cycle, beginning another. But 9 is also the number of compassion and humility and being a humanitarian and kind of like reaching out to other people. So I see that here. You guys want to be in this energy of not only being stable for yourselves, but also being able to give back. Being in this generous, charitable energy. You really want that, but you haven't found a way to do it and be in your stability at the same time. But as I always tell you guys, it's very, very important that you're able to be stable, right? That you take care of yourself before you try to take care of anybody else, because you can't take care of anybody else if you're not taking care of yourself. So I do feel like you guys want to go toward this next step. All right, so for the steps to achieve that, we have the Tower coming in at a 16. So you guys know when karmic life path numbers come up, I always talk about them. 16 is definitely a karmic life path number, abuse of love, misuse of love. And so this is something that you clearly need to set your boundaries around, right? We saw 4 over there. 4 is also a number about boundaries. You have to set your boundaries so that it's clear that people can't take advantage of you. Because even though you want to give back and you have this heart to take care of the whole entire world, it's not something that you can just do for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you started a charity, for instance, your job isn't to call up this one person and make sure they have everything they need. Your job would be to make sure that things are dispersed, you know what I'm saying, to people who need them in general, not just one person. And what I get is that there is going to be some kind of clarity, or you may already have the clarity, but you need to accept it, that somebody is just here to take advantage, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say, because these numbers are fucking with me, that 3 times 3 is 9, right? And 4 times 4 is 16. And 3 times 4 is 12. And I just can't get that out of my head. But anyway, I don't know if that's significant, but it is what it is, right? Anyway, yes, the tower can a lot of times mean this kind of shakeup of a foundation. But the tower also brings a lot of clarity. The tower brings the truth without all the bullshit that normally surrounds everything. The tower comes through free and clear of trash, right? It just, once the tower hits, it's like, okay, so now we know what was really there. And this is like something or somebody in your life you need to remove, because it's causing an unstable foundation, and it's making it so that you yourself aren't able to give back how you want. All right, so clarify these steps. The tower spirit, what steps should be taken? Whoa, that is too many, honey. We're gonna take the 2 that came out on top. I did see the full as well. But so we have the 9 of Cups and we have Justice. Justice is 11, but they switched the Justice and the Strength card in this deck, which is weird, but it is what it is. So we have the 9 of Cups and we have Justice, which is 11. So it's really giving this vibe of 911, right? Which, in the US is the number that we call for emergencies, although, it might not always work. I'm sorry. Anyway, we have the 9 of Cups, fulfillment, and then we have Justice, right? So whenever Justice comes out, it definitely gives that you have faced some kind of injustice, something that wasn't fair to you, something that was kind of like, I don't know, ruthless. Like somebody brought out something in you that you just didn't really want to be, or you didn't want. Sometimes when we go through very heavy things in life, we kind of harden our heart a little bit. So you have this wall up because of, some kind of pain, which I'm gonna be honest, we all do it, but it is a wall that you need to get over, and it's one that you have to allow to come crashing down and deal with the pain head on, which is difficult, right? It doesn't matter if something is your fault or not. When you start to block things off in life, you block off your emotions and your feelings to it, and it has some kind of subconscious effect in the way that we handle, our everyday life. So in this case, you have to kind of learn how to move forward, and you have to deal with that pain head on. Now, this isn't something that's going to be easy. It's probably not going to feel good, but I promise you, after you deal with that hurt and that pain, you will feel so much lighter. Just deal with it. Just admit that either you were helpless, you couldn't do anything, or you could do something and you didn't, like you didn't know any better, like you messed up, like somebody took advantage of you, like it's okay. learn how to have compassion for yourself and the things that you've been through, and then you will find fulfillment in that, and you will find justice in that as well. But first, you have to take this tough mask off, right? Because, like, three is not a tough energy. Like, you guys want to be open, to create, to feel, to it's kind of like this watery type vibe where you want to live in your intuition, live in this third eye energy where you can create whatever you want, and you can see things that aren't there, and portray what people are feeling, and you have the ability to do that, but you just have to allow some walls to fall to reach your full fulfillment, right? All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Our last one is, what would that look like, right? How the desired outcome looks. One thing about the Hanged Man is that the Hanged Man is seeing things from a new perspective, right? He is hanging upside down. Now, something else that the hangman can also be a sacrifice, kind of like this self-sacrificing energy. So I do believe you'll also be able to see where you have been sacrificing yourself, especially with that energy of the 16, right? Being compassionate, and then having somebody take advantage of your love, and feeling like, man, like, I let that happen to me. I allowed that to happen to me. That's who people are, and they're not. You know what I'm saying? If you are, passing out $100 bills on the street, of course people are just gonna take it. They're not gonna be like, oh no, I don't want that $100. People they need money. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the same as the money being in your pocket and somebody robbing you, right? Whereas if you're giving it away, you're making yourself a sacrifice. And if somebody is stealing it from you, then they kind of sacrifice you, which is not the same energy because you didn't willingly do it. So it's this energy of not willingly making yourself a sacrifice anymore, and just asserting your worth, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify this hangman. That's what I'm talking about, balance. Now, and the Prince of Cups. This is what I was talking about. One thing about Temperance, right, is that she has these cups in her hand. But Temperance is a fire energy. It's Sagittarius energy, right? So I get this vibe that some of you guys may feel like your fire was put out, right, by somebody abusing you in some type of way. Because 14, abuse of freedom, yeah, somebody just doing too much. They just feel like, oh yeah, I could do it, I'll do it. And just having too many of those in your life, and that energy kind of crushing not only your self-esteem, but more your motivation, crushing your motivation. Like, why do I want to give back if people are going to take from me, right? Why do I want to create things with people if somebody else is just going to take all the credit and all of that? And the issue with that is a lot of us, in order to be in a creative mindset, especially to not produce something negative, to be in a creative mindset, you have to be grounded, right? So that's what this is about being grounded, mostly in your emotions, because that's where it really matters with you, is being grounded in your emotions. Is going to help you put up the boundaries that you need, put up the kind of be in a place where you need emotionally, where you're not looking at everybody the same way, like they're just here to take advantage of you, or like bullshit you, like everybody's not a bad person type thing. All right, so that's all I have for my Heart's Desire Soul Urge 3. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time.